kingfaria1996 here, and today we're going to play some Nba2k16 my lead. Let's see.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
We have started the big countdown, and the hour is almost here. But before we celebrate at midnight, we welcome you to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. This is very exciting.
Yes.
We'll watch the Phoenix Suns in this one as they go up against the Oklahoma City Thunder in their house, Chesapeake.
Sorry, it got annoying real fucking quick.
Happy New Year's Eve. Thank you for joining us. Here on 2K Sports for the NBA. We're all dressed up and ready to go. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Phoenix right now in the middle of a road trip. Right now, guys, they want nothing more than to pick up wins, which have not been the easiest thing for them to do so far this season.
And I think for the Suns, nobody was calling on them to kind of set the world on fire. But even those modest expectations have yet to be realized.
Yeah, you know, Greg, it's been a shame for their fan base, too, because they haven't really had much to be optimistic about to this point.
And now the opening lineup for Phoenix. John Lure's out there with Chandler. Then there's Warren. Then there's Brandon Knight. And it's Booker in at the 2.
And that's how the coach would draw it up on the fast break from start to finish.
Yeah, and what a finish it was, guys. Really nicely done.
Oh, shit.
And who could forget the tear that Westbrook went on last season? I mean, after the All-Star break, it was just triple-double after triple-double for him.
Now, here's Cantor. Brandon Knight missing his last shot. And Roberson kicks to Cantor. In Oklahoma City again with the bucket. Here's Knight. 20 points for him.
What difficulty? I don't know. What difficulty is this on?
Last game against the Spurs in San Antonio. Now in the scoring column with that deuce. 1 for 2 this game.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
For Oklahoma City, they've gotten their first 3 shots to go in for them to start off this game. About a minute and a half through the first quarter. Here's Roberson. Chandler with the rebound. Suns have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Hi, Kevin. I spoke with the head coach for Phoenix. Defending Kevin Durant is one of their focal points in this matchup. He told me that Durant gives defenders problems because he can pull up and shoot at any time from any distance. He said usually you can try and funnel and trap a player, but with Kevin, there isn't really a way to force him out of his range.
And thanks for that story, Doris.
Put your hand in his face. Put your hand in his face.
Just about 2 minutes into the game. First quarter of basketball. To the middle.
You almost had
Lets it go from 11.
They've had a cold start so far. Just 1 of 5 from the floor here early.
And checking out the stats for Russell Westbrook. His last 10 games have been exceptional. Averaging about 32 points, 11 assists, and 9 rebounds. And with his ability to put the ball in the bucket, he has to be your primary focus defensively.
Defenses plan to stop him, but very few succeed. That's why he's the team's leading scorer. They've worked hard in creating great chances for themselves in this opening quarter.
And if they match that effort at the defensive end, watch out.
That is good. Knight's got his second bucket of the night.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
Well, the Phoenix Suns came up short in their playoff hopes again last year. They went 17-24, Clark, on the road, and that didn't help them out.
Not at all, and you factor in a 6-game road losing streak to end the year. That pretty much closed the door on postseason for them.
They get it back. Chandler. And there's the bucket. Stay with it on the offensive glass, getting it done.
Where's the box out? Some easy second chance opportunities there.
Those kinds of mistakes drive me crazy and will absolutely derail a team's chance to win.
And guys, with the Suns last year on the road, they had the 17 wins, but only 7 of them came in conference. So a big part of why they missed the postseason.
I'll tell you what, the post play has been rock solid right off the bat.
It really has. And they've created a lot of high percentage shots in the paint here already.
Westbrook missing again.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
And, you know, as you mentioned, with the Suns, only 7 road wins against the West. 3rd worst in-conference road record of any team. You have to be able to steal wins on the road to make your way to the playoffs out west.
And again, Oklahoma City, no good. Here's Warren. Yes, and Knight with the assist that time. Warren's got his second bucket.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Yeah, they have really owned the interior. You've got to collapse that defense and force them to beat you over the top. Just a major size difference between the defender and shooter on that possession.
And Greg, without a hand in his face, he's simply going to spray whoever's there.
Now here's Knight. As you can see from his numbers, he's been a key component in their offense. He's averaging almost 18 points a game.
And really, last season, the Thunder came into the year as a popular pick to win the West. Of course, we know what happened in terms of injuries, and they ended up having them on the outside looking in terms of the postseason.
And first time out of the game called for Oklahoma City. For the Thunder, their play against the rest of the West wasn't a huge problem as to why they missed the playoffs. And, you know, they went 25-27 against the rest of the West.
Well, at first glance, that doesn't look too bad, but only 7 wins in those 29 games against the Western Conference playoff teams. With the talent the Thunder have, you still think of them as favorites in the West, at least one of the favorites in the West.
Catching up on the changes for Oklahoma City. Steven Adams, he's checked in for Cantor. Collison comes in for Serge Ibaka. Randy Foy, he's checked in for Kevin Durant. And it's Payne in for Russell Westbrook. Scooped up. Goes up again. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Really on the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup. Give them a little bump. And then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence. You know what? That's what you like to see. A perfect pass leading him right into the shot. Didn't even have to break stride.
And it's Bledsoe off the drive. Here's Teletovic. Good, and Bledsoe gets the assist. Teletovic has got his first bucket of the night.
Not much defense to speak of yet here, guys.
Nope. It's been all offense, fellas, all the time here early.
Out of bounds. Phoenix will take possession. 43 seconds left in the first quarter. And Bledsoe, here we go. And it's off from three-point range.
Rebounding is going to be the focal point for them in this one, fellas. I can feel it.
Well, it always is, and it has been so far, and they've gotten a nice edge on the glass.
Glenn, good.
Boy, they keep hammering away at them inside, forcing that ball into the paint. Smash mouth basketball.
And Clark, it's a strategy that has served them well during the course of this first half. It would have been something to see if he could hit that shot from that deep.
Greg, you know it. I know it. There aren't very many guys that can hit from out there. But he is one of them. That's the kind of range he has.
Yeah, just used his strength there to get the post position without much fight from the defense.
Yeah, I think he's got to do a much better job next time of just bodying up. Get some muscle into him.
The basket's coming early and often in the first quarter. Phoenix ahead, up by 5. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter. And Tyson Chandler, known for being a great teammate, a very vocal leader certainly, he talked about how important
players do the policing.
Don't you need a player like this, Chandler's caliber and character, Greg, to make that kind of a teamwork? Have that feel in the locker room, that leadership role that everybody believes in and respects?
No doubt about it, Kevin. And that weighty stature is built on experience and credentials, as you mentioned, like having that championship ring or being an all-star. But when you have it and use it that way, the coach doesn't have to worry about the locker room because Chandler has got that covered.
And we're getting back to the action in our New Year's Eve broadcast. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Suns.
Guys, we've really seen them do a lot of damage in the paint so far.
And also another aspect of their game that's been super so far tonight is how they've been sharing the basketball.
And Phoenix looking who they've got on the floor. Warren is out there with Mirza Teletovic. Then there's Len. Then there's Brandon Knight. And it's Booker in at the shooting guard. What a year for the Suns in terms of transactions. Start of the season with Dragic and Thomas on the roster and moved them both, Clark, at the deadline.
And, most folks saw the Dragic trade coming after his disagreements with the team. The Thomas trade was a bit of a surprise.
For the Phoenix Suns, they come into this one following a loss to the San Antonio Spurs.
Probably their poorest defensive effort all season long. I mean, at home, that kind of D is not going to cut it. Never mind when you're on the road.
Hey, I don't know, guys. This may be all speculation. Perhaps they had a bad flight into town the night before, and we all know a rough flight in can lead to turbulence on the court.
And first time out of the game called for Phoenix. Kiwi Steven Adams, one of the toughest players down on the block.
And Kevin Adams is not afraid to get under somebody's skin. He's pretty strong defensively, too.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Kevin, in that last break, I listened to the Suns coach address his team. He made sure that everyone was on the same page and that the offense needed to run through Warren. Coach is calling on him to play a big role in the offense for the rest of this game, to really be one of the key guys for them down the stretch. They're not going to wait for halftime. They want those adjustments to have an impact right away. Over to you, Kevin.
Thanks, Doris.
And guys, that's one of the things I like about Adams. I mean, he'll draw the ire of opposing players just because of how he approaches the game.
Under trailing by 3. Clark, their offense has been great here.
Yeah, I love the way they've looked. Really strong and together.
Yeah, the ball movement has been terrific, and they've kept the defense off balance.
Knight against Durant. Pass to Warren. Takes a shot at the elbow. That's good. The assist that time from Knight. And it's 6 points for T.J. Warren.
Yeah, and guys, Adams doesn't want to be known as a dirty player. I think he feels he plays aggressive and he hustles, and that sometimes rubs players the wrong way.
Westbrook can't get it to go. Suns leading by 5. Warren the pass to Lewis. They get it back. Chandler kicks to Warren. Chandler a screen. It's Knight with the drive. The timely screen gave him a step, and he took it all the way. Knight's got 8.
And I like that they're not settling. Getting the ball on the interior, 8 of their last 10 coming that way.
Sometimes you just got to man up and take a tough foul in order to stop these free runs to the rim.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. They put up a nice win against the Bucks the last time out.
They played well enough to win, but to be honest with you, I just felt like their opponent's defensive performance was shaky at best.
Yeah, I'd go along with that, Greg. I mean, the game wasn't handed to them, but they definitely didn't have to work as hard for it as they should have.
Thrice he's checked in for the Suns. The Thunder shooting their first free throws of this game.
And really, the form at the line all season has been terrific. 79% as a team.
That's been one of the strongest aspects of this team this season. I mean, there have been very few off nights for them at the free throw line.
Here's the screen. It's Knight with the drive. Accurate with the jumper from the elbow. Knight's got 4 points in the quarter.
And Billy Donovan, the Oklahoma City Thunder, were able to pull him away from the college game last season. Signed him to a 5-year deal in the middle of last year's playoff.
Lure dishes to Price. Here's Knight. And it's Phoenix scoring again.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the lead.
Thunder trailing by 9. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Kane passes to Westbrook. From deep. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Westbrook's got 5 now. Suns leading by 6. Price outside. Circle by McGee. And that's out of bounds. Phoenix will retain possession. And the Thunder with some changes. Cantor checked in for Mitch McGarry. Collison comes in for Serge Ibaka. And it's Andre Robertson in for Payne. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Phoenix. Bledsoe comes in for Knight.
Oh, actually, you blocked him.
Here's Price. Off the inbound, no good.
And you can see at this stage of his career, just still not comfortable as a finisher at the basket.
Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had early.
To the left side wing. Here's Tucker. And again, it's the Suns missing. Thunder trailing by 6. Here's Cantor. A 14-point game for him in the win against Milwaukee.
And I thought the contribution he made by just generating contact, getting to the line was outstanding, guys. I mean, he picked up a lot of points at the stripe. And the Thunder had plenty of reason to be down last year because of the injuries. A big place that it hit them was on offense. They just were not the same absent, mainly Kevin Durant.
1:06 left to play in the first half. Durant kicks to Cantor. Here's Roberson. It's hauled in by the Suns. Luer's got 3 rebounds now in this one. We were used to seeing the Thunder as a top offensive team, as you mentioned, Greg. Last season, they finished 18th, Clark, in field goal percentage.
And, you know, for context, that's the lowest they finished since their first year in Oklahoma, Kevin. Usually you can find them among the top 5 teams in the league when they're healthy.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
And that one's good. Price.
Clearly, they've been the hotter team here in the first half.
Well, they've been grit and grind, working for those high percentage shots, and quite honestly, it's paid off for them.
Now, here's Tucker. Not a lot of room. And his third shot of the night. No good. 0 for 3. Westbrook. Another miss by Westbrook.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
Price. Good, and Bledsoe gets the assist. Bledsoe's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. 8 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Near the 3-point line, it's Westbrook. From out on the wing, he knocks it down. Westbrook's got 7 points in the game. And the first half is now in the books. Suns ahead as they wrap up the second quarter with a massive 6.
Well, Tyson.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here alongside Kenny. The first half was all about Brandon Knight. He had 12 points, 2 rebounds, and 2. And that's going to do it for now as the second half is just about to get.
I know I suck.
Welcome back, everyone. We're ready to get going again as this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports continues. Players are topped off with Gatorade, hydrated, and ready to get going again as well. An exceptional performance from Brandon Knight.
And the thing I noticed most in that first half was his offense. He was not wasteful with his opportunities and also did a great job of converting with the chances he had.
I agree with you, Greg. Judicious shot selection. All of his looks.
Fuck this fucking game.
Were good looks.
Inside, you got Ibaka and Cantor. Andre Robertson out there with Russell Westbrook. And it's Durant in at the small forward position. That's Billy Donovan's 5 as we get going here in the second half.
And guys, in a draft with so many talented big men and lead guards, Booker was a bit of a hot commodity. One of the purest sharpshooters in the draft, has a lightning quick release on his jump shot.
Thunder trailing by 16. Cantor dishes to Robertson. Outside Durant, on deep. Phoenix grabs the miss.
Physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. That plus 10.
Alright guys, I have to go anyway because my dad has to watch for Honor. I do apologize, but I'll see you in the next video.